Hey guys, Paul at Rapids Wholesale. In this training video, I'm going to show you how to clean the beer line, the faucet, and the keg coupler of your kegerator. First, you're going to want to shut off the pressure supply at the CO2 cylinder by turning the cylinder wheel handle in a clockwise direction, and then turn the CO2 regulator off. Next, remove the keg coupler physically from the keg. I removed the CO2 line physically from the keg coupler. I do this because the line that I use is too short to reach the bucket that's outside of my kegerator. To remove it, you're going to just remove that hose clamp and then wiggle it a bit until it pops off the coupler. Now you're going to take that detached keg coupler and physically place it into a bucket outside of the kegerator. The faucet can be removed with the spanner wrench. You're going to use the spanner wrench on the coupling nut and rotate it clockwise to loosen. And then you can remove it the rest of the way by hand. Okay, now we're going to disassemble the faucet, put those parts into the bucket. First you're going to take off the faucet knob, and then that's just the faucet plug there. Then you'll remove the lever collar. And underneath the collar we have the lever bonnet. Both of these just screw off by hand. I'm going to take the knob lever out. On there you'll see a friction washer and a ball washer. And then you remove the shaft assembly, pop the whole assembly out, and you'll see there's a seat on there too. In the jar pump we're going to mix the cleaning solution. So first you're going to take the pump assembly off the top, and we're going to be using the supplied beer line cleaner solution. You're going to take 1 teaspoon of the BLC solution and put it into the jar. And then fill the remainder of the jar with more water. Once you got the bottle full with the remainder of the warm water, you replace the pump assembly. I found it's easier to actually spin the bottom of the bottle rather than to try to spin the pump assembly and have that hose hit you in the face. Next we're going to attach the pump housing to the kegerator. Don't forget to put that washer in there. Pop it up against that coupling nut, and then you're going to spin the coupling nut on the shank in a counterclockwise position to tighten it, and then snug it up with the spanner wrench. Remember, again, we're going counterclockwise. Okay, and now you pump the contents of the jar through the beer line, cleaning the line. As it passes through the shank and the line, it'll go through the coupler and into the bucket. Grab the faucet brush, and then you can scrub the parts that are in the bucket, starting with the faucet housing. I really want to get in there and give it a nice scrub. Okay, and now we're going to rinse the line, and we'll go ahead and disassemble the pump assembly from the jar. Take the jar and fill it with cool water now, just plain cool water. And then reattach the pump assembly to the jar. And go ahead and pump that cool water through the system. This will rinse the line. Now you can repeat this step multiple times. And going back to our bucket, we're going to rinse the faucet parts again with cool water and set them aside for reassembly. To reassemble the faucet, we're going to take the shaft assembly and pop it back into the faucet housing. You're going to want to look into the top and make sure that that little hole is visible. And so then you're going to go ahead and take that knob, inspect it, the friction washer and the ball washer, and if they need to be replaced, do so. And you can pop that knob down there. And then you're going to replace the lever bonnet and tighten by hand. and then replace on top of that the lever collar, tighten by hand. And on the top of all that goes the faucet knob. Okay, now we're going to detach the cleaning pump and jar assembly. Use your spanner wrench to loosen it from the coupling nut. Again, you're going in a clockwise motion for this one. Don't forget about this washer. You don't want to lose that. And you're going to reattach your faucet. Again, just putting it up against the coupling nut, spinning this time counterclockwise, and then snugging it up. Don't over tighten, but snug it up using the spanner wrench, and straighten your faucet. And again, with cool water, cool clean water, thoroughly rinse the keg coupler. And dry it off with a clean towel. And I'm going to reattach the CO2 line to the keg coupler. Be sure to tighten it down with the hose clamp. And then you reconnect the keg coupler to the keg and engage the probe. And lastly, repressurize the system. Open the cylinder and open your regulator.
And should you have any other questions about this procedure, hey, feel free to buzz the experts here or jump on our online chat.